First up, it's with great pleasure I introduce to you Hawaii County's Mayor, Mitch Roth. Mr. Mayor.
Thanks, Jim. Aloha. You know, I think about agricultural technology, and I think about my coming to the Big Island. And I met this professor from the University of Hawaii named Bernie Kratke. And for those of you who know Bernie Kratke, he came up with a non-circulating hydroponic system. And I thought, wow, this is amazing technology. And I started growing lettuce, and I started growing tomatoes and cucumbers, and I made my own hoop house and thought, wow, I was really on the technological edge. And now I look and see what's happening in this, and I think, wow, there's so much more as we look around the world. You know, when we came into office a little over a year and a half ago, one of our goals was to hold a sustainability summit. And we did that within the first 100 days. One of the topics, of course, was food security and agriculture, and one of the big things that we talked about was technology. You know, for our island, and let me just go back and define. I know you guys are going to talk a little bit about sustainability today. For me, what sustainability is all about is making sure that we have an island where our kids can raise their kids and their kids can raise their kids. In order for that to happen, you have to have a couple of things happening. One, you have to have affordable housing, which is a big issue here. Another big issue is you have to have quality jobs. And we started thinking, where do those quality jobs come from? And we started thinking about the jobs of the future. The jobs of the future are generally related to STEM, science, technology, engineering, mathematics. And what does that have to do with agriculture? Well, we have a huge shortage, or we have a deficiency. 90% of our food, as you probably heard, between 85 and 95% of the food that we eat here in Hawaii comes from other places. And so we need to change that. How do you change that? Our kids, you know, a lot of them don't want to work in the soil. And so if we start using technology, we can change the attitude of our kids and start producing our own food. The county has been working on a grant, the Build Back Better grant. I'm not sure if you guys have talked about that in the last day or so, but we are in the final stages. We were picked as one of the top 60 groups that may be getting these grants that could be up to $100 million for agriculture on this island. So I can clap about that. I was talking to one of our R&D specialists, Glenn, who's around here somewhere, and some of our team just went up to Washington, D.C., and they met with not only the federal funders, but there's a lot of people who are in private industry that are looking at investing in Hawaii. And so we look at all these things, how they all relate together. The Sustainability Summit I talked about, one of the goals that came out of that Sustainability Summit was that Hawaii be the classroom of the world in sustainability. And as we look at that, how do we get there? We have to be intentional. We have to have things just like this. Education, where we're bringing people from outside who are doing it outside, people from inside who are doing it inside. We have some great opportunities here. And so as we look at this, how do we keep our kids here? How do we feed ourselves? Really the answer is getting a little bit more into the 21st century, thinking technologically how we can do this. And so I'm very excited. I'm excited to see all these people here. I'm excited to hear that you had an amazing day yesterday. I've heard some of the speakers that you're going to have today, and I think you're going to have an amazing day today. And so from the County of Hawaii, I just want to welcome you who are maybe not from here, people who are from here, welcome you to Hilo, and I look forward to the amazing things that are going to come out of this conference to help keep our keiki on this island and allow them to have great jobs in agriculture, to allow them to have great food and allow them to thrive. So thank you very much. Have a great day. Aloha.